I wanted to discuss an interesting event that happened to me about a year ago. I had just come back to the United States from Portugal, and I hadn't driven in about a year, so it was great that I was able to take a road trip across the United States from Austin, Texas, Georgetown actually, Texas, right north of Austin, to Sacramento, California, which was super fun seeing great open vistas when I was used to this little claustrophobic brick city that I'd been living in for almost a year. So I was driving at night. I believe it was the first night of my journey, if I remember correctly. And I had just gone from New Mexico and then entered into Arizona. It was nighttime. And I was driving and I thought I saw something in the sky, like you might see out of the corner of your eye. And I looked up and there was this really interesting looking rectangular object that looked like a whole bunch of perfectly lined up flashing lights in a rectangle, probably about an inch or two long, as I remember, at the distance that it was up at the sky, at about 1 o'clock in the sky. So I stopped the car to get a better look of it, and it was this, perfectly lined up rectangle of flashing yellow, red, orange lights in perfect formation, perfect rectangle. I tried to videotape it, but unfortunately my video camera was not sensitive enough to pick it up. So that was unfortunate. You do get a recording of me going, oh my gosh, there's a UFO right there. So I looked it up and it's very close to White Sands Air Force Base. And so that could have been something to do with it. My suggestion is that if it was something terrestrial, it was most likely a drone swarm or something similar, because it wasn't necessarily a, little green men or anything. It's just something I couldn't tell what it was. But it was very impressive. I told all my family that night that I saw a UFO, and so here's a little image of it that's fairly close to what it looked like. It was a bit shorter than this and smaller. It was only about an inch or two long by about an inch wide at the distance it was at. And here's a little map of the area that I remember being in. I believe this should be the right area that I was in. So anyway, curiosity indeed.